Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today we are taking a look back at a ship that is available currently to purchase, which is the Jean Bart. You can purchase her right now in the Black Friday event in the form of Jean Bart B. There's absolutely no difference between the Jean Bart and the Jean Bart B, except for the cool camouflage you get with the Jean Bart B. She's currently available for the sum total of 16,000 and change doubloons. I think it's 16,300 and let me see here real quick. Yeah, 16,550 doubloons, which is roughly around 60-ish dollars, American dollars at least, depending whether or not you get taxed. Might be a little bit more than that, which is about $20 off original price of $80. Now, of course, you are paying $60 for a digital item, which you could take that money right now and buy Forza 5, which I would recommend you do. I'm having a blast in that game currently. But if you are looking to buy a Tier 9 premium ship in Warships, this is a ship you could just buy the Jean Bart, and you'd be done with needing to buy premium ships for the rest of your Warships career, because this ship is very good at printing credits. Now, if you remember about 3 weeks ago, I released a video calling it the only ship you need to purchase, the only Black Friday ship you need to pick up this Black Friday, and in that I talked about the Alaska, saying this is the only ship you need to buy during the Black Friday event. You can buy the ship and not worry about credits or buying a ship for competitive or anything like that, because the Alaska does it all, and it is very true. But many of you want me to talk about the Jean Bart, so I don't know what I'm going to call this video. Probably the other ship you need to buy this Black Friday. Well, you don't need to buy the ship. The only other Black Friday ship you should purchase if you're looking to purchase a ship on Black Friday. I don't know, I got to condense that into a title that fits in the YouTube title section. But the Jean Bart is a very good purchase. I even mentioned that in the Alaska video. I even mentioned that in the Black Friday video when we went over the Black Friday event. If you buy the Jean Bart over the Alaska, makes total sense. The Alaska is more of a competitive ship because we may have a ranked sprint at Tier 9, we may have clan battles at Tier 9, who knows, especially with the way Wargaming's doing some of these competitive events, and the Alaska is a fantastic ship for that. The Jean Bart can do well in competitive, but some aspects of it just don't really perform well, if you will, in competitive, and we'll talk about that when we get to those parts of the ship. But for a random battles credit farmer, the Jean Bart is one of the best ships in the game for that. Probably right under Missouri, old Missouri, in terms of credit production, and like some of the Kobayashi camo ships as well. But anyway, we're going to go ahead, take a look at the Jean Bart, talk about the ship, talk about how she performs in modern World Warships, because she is an older ship now. She's not as old as some of the ships we've taken a look back at in the previous week, like of course the Yamato and the Alabama and the Iowa and Montana and stuff, but she's getting up there with her age now. So what is the Jean Bart? The Jean Bart is the Richelieu class battleship in its 1950s refit. So we have the Richelieu at Tier 8. And this is essentially a Richelieu up tier to Tier 9 with some tweaks here and there. And some of these tweaks are very minor, but have pretty major impacts on the gameplay of the ship. And she's got a couple more gimmicks along the way. This is a very, very gimmicky ship, unlike the Alabama that we talked about yesterday. So, she is quite the puncher at her tier with her 15-inch guns. And she does have 8 15-inch guns at Tier 8. And they are the same guns you get on the Richelieu, but there are some differences. First off, her Sigma is 1.9 instead of the 1.8 of the Richelieu. So that means you will get some more better groups coming out of the guns, but the dispersion is the same. So you'll still get some pretty wonky French dispersion, but some of the salvos will come out in a bit tighter groups, and when you get those groups out of these guns, boy, this ship can just absolutely beat the crap out of anything showing it broadside. Speaking of the guns too, she has a much better reload. She has a lower base reload than the Richelieu. On top of that too, you can, since this is a Tier 9 ship, you can fit that last module in there, which for me, I went with main battery mod 3 because it gives you a 12% boost to your reload time. So now you have a 22.9 second base reload time on these 8 15-inch French AP guns, which is great. French AP is nasty. It's high velocity, 830 meters a second, maximum damage of 11,900 with the AP on the ship. That's nothing to mess with. French AP is no joke. It has great pins, and well, thanks to the velocity too, you will get a lot of overpins. That's one of the really frustrating things about playing the Richelieu. Her dispersion isn't that great, and you have to pray to God that the cruiser that's broadside in front of you from 12 kilometers away, you have to pray that your shells either slow down in time, like they hit the water, go into the water, hit the ship's citadel, or you will probably overpin the cruiser. You will overpin battleships with the with these shells. Broadside battleships too, if you don't hit them in their chunky spot. But with the faster reload time and the improved Sigma, more shots connect, and you can get more shots down range. So that right there is a great pickup too. Now the HE is no slacker either. You get a 36% chance of causing a fire with these HE shells, and I am using my commander build when I'm looking at these stats. My module build, just like the Alabama video, should appear at the beginning of this video. I'll put it up right here. So these stats are with these modules equipped, and that is the build that I'm running on the ship. I don't have a 21-point commander on the ship just yet, but once I get Philippi here up to 21 points, I am taking basis of survivability next. So again, basic battleship tank build, which you really need on this ship. But the guns are great. HE is really good too, and that's a really good thing for a ship with 15-inch guns at tier 9, because if you can't overmatch their armor, and if they angle steeply enough too, because it's only 15-inch, you know, again, lack of overmatch, you can just switch to HE and throw fire in their face. So the guns are really good. Guns are really good. Imagine Richelieu with more consistent guns, and you can actually hit stuff, and you get more shells downrange, which is great. And one of the strongest things you can do in this ship is get on the flank, get on the broadsides of the enemy team, start shoving AP down their throats, pin the absolute crap out of the battleships, delete their citadels, and laugh all the way home with your baguette. On top of that too, the AA has been improved, which is saying a lot, because Richelieu actually has really good AA for tier 8. But this is the modernized Richelieu. So you have the secondaries are just completely different. You have more of the 100mm guns. You get 24 of those, and those are dual purpose guns. The 152s are also dual purpose guns as well. And then you get actual just host of the modernized 57mm AA guns. So Jean Bart still today is a ship that most carriers don't want to go near, because they will lose their planes. It's not, I might lose my planes, it's you will lose your planes. So if you are tired of being picked on by the CV, you can go with the AA build and ruin their day. I wouldn't recommend it because the guns are so good, but you can if you just really want to spite the CV. And it goes out to a range of 5.8 kilometers too. So pretty decent AA range there. Maneuverability, well, let's not get there just yet. Concealment, you can get her concealment down to 12.9 kilometers, which is really good for a tier 9 battleship, and especially good for the Jean Bart because of her downsides, which we'll get into right now. So the downsides is her survivability. If you remember, I said this is a Richelieu class battleship. It's the exact same hull as the Richelieu, same layout, everything. Which means at tier 9, you are coded in 32. Everything's 32 on the ship. The main deck, the bow deck, the stern deck, it's all 32. Side plating's 32, everything's 32. Which means at tier 9, being up to tier 10, there's plenty of HE spammers that can go right through that and get HE pins on your ship. Pretty much wherever they shoot at, unless they hit the turrets or the conning tower, their HE will pin. Which is very bad for your survivability at tier 9. No hit point changes either. It has the same hit points as the... So it has a little bit more hit points than the Richelieu. I forgot about that. 69,000 hit points. It's a little bit better. It's decent for tier 9, but with the armor layout, your health's going to be going away very quickly. So roughly 6,000 and change more hit points doesn't do you a tremendous amount of good, but it does certainly help. Now, her armor is decent besides the 32mm. She does have a turtleback, which is very nice. So you probably won't get citadeled in the ship unless you're maneuvering very hard and your fouling paint is showing. Or if you get hit at extremely long ranges by like Yami, Musashi, or maybe Ohio or Montana with some plunging fire where it goes through your deck. But other than that, the ship is pretty well suited for close quarters combat because of that turtleback, and the Citadel is below the waterline too, so that helps as well. So it's a very tough ship to Citadel, but anyone with pretty much any of the HE spamming ships at tier 10, if they go with the IFHE, they can pin every part of your ship that they can just easily spam at. Another major downside is its maneuverability. The French battleships at their tier, for the most cases, even without their speed boost, are some of the fastest battleships at their tier. Jean Bart is not as fast as the Richelieu. Richelieu has a base top speed with a speed flag of 33.6 knots. That's before you pop her speed boost. The Jean Bart is 31.5 knots with the speed flag equipped. So when you pop the speed flag, you're going a little bit faster than base Jean Bart. Than base Richelieu, which isn't bad for tier 9 standards, but that's with your speed flag equipped. Now, back when the Jean Bart was released, it was still up there with the faster tier 9 battleships, but now since we've had quite a few more added into the game, like the frickin' Georgia, it's kind of middle of the road. It's not going to win any drag races with the fastest tier 9 ships now, but it's definitely not the slowest. But you're losing that from the Jean Bart. Now, those are just two major drawbacks. It's a tier 8 hull at tier 9, and it's not as fast as it once was. And this is a ship that's really great at flanking the enemy team. Again, getting on their broadsides, like you're seeing I'm attempting to do in the match right now. When it's in that position, it's great for that. When you have broadsides to shoot at, the ship will absolutely murder them because of its gimmicks. So we get speed boost, the French battleship gimmick across the line, but we also get main battery reload booster, which cuts your reload time in half. And it's active for 20 seconds. You can get, if you time it right, you can get 3 quick shots out of your guns, which is very nice. That's quite a lot of hate going down range toward your enemy. Now, this is like the ideal, the absolute ideal, like just fantastic hon experience is seeing a broadside ship that you can Citadel within like 13, 14-ish kilometers, and they're sitting there, they don't know you're there, you fire, hit your reload booster with your 22-second base reload time on your guns. That cuts you down to 11 seconds, so you get one salvo off, you get another salvo off, and then hopefully before your reload runs out, your reload booster runs out, you can sneak in a third shot there. And that will utterly devastate whatever ship it is. I don't care what ship it is at tier 10. If you have their broadside and you shove 3 rounds of Jean Bart AP into them, they are going to hurt bad. And keep in mind, this is French BBAP, hypervelocity, great pins. It's going to pin, unless it's something like a criminally slightly angled. If you have their flat broadside, it is going to pin. And with 3 rounds of these shells going at them, you're going to connect a fair bit of them. Now, on top of her consumables too, she of course gets repair party, 30.8 second action time, 414 HP back per second. It cools down in 76 seconds, and damage con runs for 16.5 seconds and reloads in 76 seconds. So, when you're in that situation, Jean Bart is an absolute god. Her downfall, of course, comes with her tanking ability. She can battle tank, of course. She has a 32mm bow, so she can bow tank reasonably well. She doesn't have any icebreaker bows or anything like that, so she's not a god at bow tanking, but she can do it. But the reality is, at tier 10, there's been so much more HE spamming ships added to the game, so many more battleship players are more willing to load HE now, which is weird for someone who's been in the game for quite some time, because if you remember back in the day, it used to be, oh, you had to load HE to beat me in our bow tanking competition. Clearly, that means I'm the superior player, and you're not, because you had to reload. You had to resort to loading HE. How the times have changed. And in that situation, she's going to burn quite well. And of course, like I said many times throughout this video, many a ship at tier 10 and tier 9 and even tier 8 can pin your 32mm plating, which means you're going to eat pins. You're going to go down pretty fast because of that if you stay in one spot. But thanks to the speed boost, you can reasonably get out of sticky situations pretty quickly. As you guys probably seen in this video, I've used it to peek out and go back behind the island that I'm kind of hugging here on this flank. I'm not exactly sure what point you're at in the video just yet. I might have actually gone on to the next match, but do keep an eye on the amount of credits I get at the end of the first match, and on a loss too. It's quite good. But speaking of HE, she can kind of give it back in regards to HE spam, because again, you have the reload booster. So if you are facing off against a battleship that is angling to you just so to where you can't get your AP to pin, you can just load HE and throw that in their face. She's got pretty darn good HE, and you got the reload booster too, which means you can pump 3 rounds of HE into their ship pretty quickly, which if you time it right and you set one fire on their ship, they pop their damage con. Say you're bow tanking against a battleship, you wait for the damage con to run, and then you just throw more HE in their face with the reload booster, set 4 fires on their ship, and watch their health melt away. And that also gives the ship a pretty good ability to deal with DDs because of the rapid fire of her guns with the reload booster being active. And again, 3 rounds of Jean Bar HE will make any DD run for cover, if not outright annihilate them, if you can get the shells to connect, which of course that's always a big factor in this game, the RNG middle finger factor. So with just the great guns, the reload booster on this ship, you can easily do well over 120,000 damage in a game in the ship, if the match goes long enough and if your team spots and doesn't get utterly rolled by the enemy team. But crossing the 120,000 damage threshold in the Jean Bar is not really a problem. Again, given the state of current matches, if things go your way and the match lasts long enough, it's a fantastically easy ship to damage farm in, which means that it's also a fantastic credit printer. And it's a tier 9 ship, can see tier 10 ships, and doing damage to tier 10 ships nets you that nice economic boost. So the ship's in a great position to make credits, and if you're having a credit problem, buying this ship, it is a very expensive ship to buy, but buying the ship will solve your credit problems. And if you're looking for a ship to do that for you, this is the ship for you on this Black Friday event. Again, Alaska, in my opinion, is better for competitive, but if you just want something to farm credits, Jean Bar is the way to go. I hope this video has helped you make up your mind if you want to pick her up or not. Not saying you have to buy her, not saying she's a must-buy ship, but she's just a fantastic ship for what she does. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the Jean Bar in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed, oh, by the way, make sure you're checking your comments. I almost forgot to mention that here. After I'm recording this video, I'm going boot up my random picker bot, and we are going to select the first winner for the giveaway for the 30,000 subscriber special, which is of course one of 2 tier 9 ships being given away today. So go check your comments from yesterday's video and send me your Discord details or message me on Discord so we can get you your ship if you enter that contest. But anyway, guys, hope you have a wonderful Tuesday, and I hope you are enjoying time with your family over this Thanksgiving holiday, and hope you enjoy all that jazz. Again, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.